Hello everyone, welcome back, and I wanted to share with you today some flowers that I've made. These are silk flowers. I needed flowers for a project and it was late. I couldn't go out and purchase pre-made flowers. So I thought, well, let me try to make some. So I looked at a couple of videos and everyone wanted me to cut out circles and, do this and that. I said, there's got to be an easier way because, I'm lazy like that. So I did have some silk material, and so this is what I came up with. Some really pretty, these are burned at the edges, and I thought I would share this with you. They're about 2 1/4 inches wide. And so I thought, let me show my ladies how I have made these flowers. So the first thing I did was, like I said, I tried it out cutting, the petals by hand and all that good stuff. And let me show you the flower that was my inspiration. This was my inspiration. Of course, this is a lot bigger, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with this size. I like this size. So this is the very first one that I've made. And as you can tell, some of the petals, let me see if I can, okay. Some of the petals kind of burned. So, yeah, I'm not using this one. So actually I probably could, but I'm not going to. So this was the very first one I made, and this was the very last one that I made. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference. This is so much prettier because it's not burnt, but yeah. So I got this flower center in an embellishment box swap that I did last year. Okay, so let me show you what I have done to make the process easier for me. So what I did was I grabbed a piece of, and I don't have one here, but I have one over here. Okay, this is a piece of poster board. Ladies, I cut flowers out so many different ways, and this is the way that it worked for me. So this is a piece of poster board, and it's that thinner poster board from Dollar Tree. They're 2 for $1, so they're super cheap. And I didn't mind using that. Guys, I don't like to waste my material, but 2 for $1, it's a good, I think, I don't mind using it. So this is a piece of poster board. Then I took my fabric. This was my sandwich, okay? So I took my fabric and I cut strips off, and I don't have any cut because I just don't have any cut. So I took my piece of fabric and I folded it and made it double. And then I put it over my poster board. Of course, this would be cut. I put it over my poster board. Then I took my dies, and this is a Spellbinder's die. So I took my die and I positioned my flowers over the fabric and the poster board. Okay. Sorry about that. So I positioned all my flowers, and then I took a piece of cardstock. You can do paper or cardstock, it doesn't matter. If you do paper, I would fold it over. I folded mine over. Put a piece of cardstock. This is your sandwich, and then put it over your dies, and then run this sandwich through your machine. And then when it comes out, your cut, and when I move this, mine fell apart. But when I remove it from the machine, it comes out fully cut. Like I said, I tried many different ways to make this, and this is the only thing that worked for me. So it comes out fully cut. Yeah, there may be a piece or two here and there, just a little strand, and then so I just take my scissors and snip it off. But this is the way they come out. Here's the poster board on the back, and then it comes off your board really easily. Now you don't have to throw these away. You can, you know, ink them up and make flowers out of them. So, and then you take your flower, this is the top one, and I do use 2 layers for each flower, 2 layers of the same size. So when you cut it that way, it kind of binds the two. This is the 2 layers. So I just curl one end and pull it apart, and then you get your 2 petals. There you go. And again, so I have these that I thought I would share with you, and just take them apart, and there you go. Okay, so I did this assembly style just so I could okay, see, and these, they're in there, but they come out real easily because they still cut. And if it frays from the edges, it doesn't matter because you're gonna burn those off. So so this is enough for 1 flower. You pull them apart if you can. There we go. There we go. And the shiny side I always put up because that is what's going to be my front. There we go. All right. So there are my flowers. And then to do the edges, to curl them up, I don't own candles. I light them and then I forget, so I don't use candles. So I do have a lighter though to seal the edges of my ribbon. So I took my lighter and I folded my flower in half and just left 1 petal exposed. Let me see if I can do that a little bit better. I left 1 petal exposed. So I light my lighter and then I go around the petal rather quickly because you don't want to burn it. If you leave it too long, then you start to get burn marks. Okay, so that was my practice one. So I light my lighter, go all the way around, and it curls up to the shiny side. Again, and it curls up. So you're in control of how much curl you want. This one didn't curl a whole lot, so there we go. You're in control on how much curl you want for your flower. And I just did that for all my flowers, and it stays nice and pink, beautiful color. And like I said, you can use a candle, a tea light or something, but I simply like this method because I am in control. So you do all your petals that way. And I left my petals together, all the large together, all the next size, each size. I left them together. That way I'm not confused on which petal is which, because they do change. You know, the size changes once you curl them up like that. And if it curls down, let it curl down. That's just where it wants to curl. There's another one. This one was folded to begin with. Okay. And then you do all your petals that way. And like I said, don't leave it on there too long to where you're going to get that black soot on there. And your flowers will be beautiful. I can't wait to go get some more of this silk. I only bought half a yard for that one project, but I'm gonna go get some more in different colors. And I did get it at I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I only bought half a yard, so it was and then I used my 40 off coupon, so it was $2 and some change. As you can see, we can get a lot of flowers out of $2 and some change. Okay, so I am going to continue to make the petals, to burn the petals, and I will be right back. There we go. I have 4 more petals to do. Okay guys, I have made all my petals, and I have enough for 3 flowers here. And what I grabbed is this, it's a foam, it's one of these kneeling pads that you can get just about anywhere for $1. I think I got this one at Dollar Tree, I'm not sure, a couple of years ago. But it provides a soft surface for you to work on. So my hot glue gun is plugged in right here. And then what I do is I take 2 petals, and you know what? I just noticed that I singed, I think I singed this. I did. Well, let me see if I can't fix that. If I don't, I'm just cutting that little part that's singed. I just cut it off, and I'm going to melt it down again. There. Okay. Save that one. So what I did was I grab 2 petals of the same size, and I work on those 2. Then I will grab the other 2 and work on those 2, and so on. Because I don't want to, again, get myself all confused on, you know, what I am going to, you know, where I'm at. So if I put my petals down, of course you're going to off center your petals. Okay? Don't, you know, I know this is, I don't need to say this, but don't put your petals to where you can see the grooves, the spaces. So you're going to offset your petals, okay? And I do need a pen for this, okay? I know I have a silicone tool that I can use, but it's too wide from the end, so I don't use it. Okay, so I just take a little bit of glue, and you're just gonna take a little, let me see if I can't. Here are my flower centers. Let me see if I can't. Okay. If I can't bring you in a little bit. Okay. So let me try to work on right there. Okay, so just put a tiny amount of glue onto the center of your flower. Just a tiny amount. You don't need a whole lot. Okay, and then you take your petal and you off center it. Okay, when you're happy with the placement, take your pin. Oops, take your pin and push it down. Okay, that is going to give the pins, the flower, a little more curvature to where they're not totally flat. Okay, and then those are my first 2 petals. These are my next 2, and you continue to do that until you have completed your flower with all your petals. Push down, let it adhere a little bit. Okay, and then you go on to the next one. And I'm just using a tiny amount of glue, because you don't want your flowers to be so bulky and, you know, all hard from the center. Okay, push down. I think I need to grab a glue gun. A glue stick. Hang on, guys. And I do use the Gorilla Hot glue sticks. So there we go. Okay, and then what petal was I on? 1, 2. Okay, petal number 3. Grab 2 of those. Get them ready. Okay, and then my glue gun started to drip, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's see, my frame. Yeah, so you grab your next petal, just a tiny amount of glue. I hope you guys can see that. It's just a tiny amount. Position your petal, and if it's not perfectly where you want it, the glue is hot, so it gives you a little bit of time to move it around if you need to. and then my last petal. Just a tiny amount, and then my last petal there. Alrighty. So there is my flower. It's hard to see. And then you just take your flower center and glue it down again. Just a little bit of glue, just enough to cover the bottom of your flower center. And your center. All right, guys, and there is our flower. Look, oops. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful and so simple? If you do it, you know, assembly style like this, you can get a lot of flowers in a little bit of time. So I think that came out really good. I just simply love the way they come out. And for me, the best part is that they are not, I don't have to actually cut, you know, by hand, because I'm so bad at that. Push it in. Next 2 petals. Oop. Oh, that drip. Okay. Let's try to work with that. Okay. And like this one, this petal needs to go up a little bit, and I was able to move it with my pen because it doesn't, you know, dry so quickly that you couldn't move your petal. There we go. If anyone knows why these glue guns drip, I use the, now I get my glue sticks either from Hobby Lobby or Walmart, and they don't have, you know, something that specifically says hot temp. And this is a hot temp glue gun. It says, my package says multi temperature, I believe. And so I don't know if they make glue sticks that are just hot temp, the Gorilla Glue sticks. I don't know if they make those that are just hot temp. If you know where to get them, let me know, please. Okay, so I am going to glue my flower center down. And for this part, of course, you know, I've got to open the petals up a little bit because I need to put my flower center in there. And there we go. Flower center all done. And that is my next flower. And this one seems like it curled up a little bit more. But there we go. My next flower. One more flower and we are done. So guys, I hope you give this a try. I really do, because it's so much easier than, well, for me, it's so much easier than having to cut those petals by hand, and it's quicker. For me, it's a lot quicker. I use a lot of flowers in my projects, and when I saw someone making the flowers, I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. They make their own flowers. I'm sure I could do the same. And then I tried cutting, and I said, no, maybe I can't do this. But yeah, we can. We just have to find what works for us, I think. And you know, honestly, guys, I'm just using the drip for the center. This one has no drip. Of course, you see all those little glue strings that we will... The good thing is that we can pull them all off at the same time. Why do I have flowers? Oh, because this one is next. I'm assuming. 1, 2. I don't know why I have petals left over, guys, but I do. Oh, I know why. I had cut. I didn't need to cut the last ones that I cut. I had some fabric left over and I didn't want to waste it, and I cut the small petals. That's what it was. Sorry. That's why I have the extra petals left over. So I will save it. I'll probably cut another flower just so I could use them. And there's our last flower. And it's hard to see because, you know, when we make our projects, we kind of bring our heads up close to the project. So it's a little hard to see if I'm going straight or not, but that doesn't look bad. And my last flower center. And this is a button, so I'm going to put a little extra glue on there. This is a button. And oh, that looks so cute. There we go, guys. Just so you guys know, I put that button down upside down. So I'm gonna have to work on this one. Let me take you off while it's hot. Okay, guys, that is my last flower. I got the center upside down, so I had to remove it and take the glue off and all that good stuff. So here we go, guys. These are my flowers for the project that I was working on, and I think they came out super, super cute. And it, you know, honestly, it just doesn't take that long if you do it assembly style. If you're going to do one at a time, yes, it's going to take much longer. But yeah, so these are the flowers. I hope that I have inspired you guys and you like these. If you do, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. So if you make any, let me know. Put it, you know, send me a picture. I would love to see your flowers. As you guys know, I love flowers. So, and again, this is a Spell Bindings die. So you see the original die, the bottom die, and when you melt your petals, you know, it does reduce quite a bit. So there we go. Let me see if I can get you. Let me see if I can get you a it's a Spellbinders. It's called Shabby Posies S4 628. Just in case you want to give this one a try. I really somebody had a rose die that I want to try. Of course, I don't have it, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get that one. I don't remember who makes it, but you know, I would love to see how they come out with the rose die. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in, and I will talk to everyone later. Y'all have a great day.